Habits are the invisible architecture of our lives. They are the small decisions and actions we perform every day, often without conscious thought. These seemingly insignificant routines have a profound impact, shaping our health, productivity, relationships, and overall well-being. Understanding the mechanics of habits empowers us to take control of our actions and design a life aligned with our aspirations. Habits compound over time. Like the interest earned on an investment, the effects of our habits multiply. Every positive action we take, no matter how small, contributes to significant long-term results. Conversely, negative habits, if left unchecked, can gradually lead us down an undesirable path. The good news is that habits are not destiny. We have the power to change our habits, to break free from those that no longer serve us, and to cultivate new ones that support our goals. This journey of transformation begins with understanding the fundamental nature of habits and how they are formed. Habits are automatic behaviors that our brains develop over time through repetition. These behaviors can range from simple daily routines to more complex actions that we perform without even thinking about them. They are mental shortcuts, learned responses to specific cues or situations. For instance, when you hear your alarm clock in the morning, your brain knows it's time to wake up, even if you're still half asleep. When we repeat an action in a consistent context, our brains create neural pathways that make it easier to perform that action again in the future. These pathways are like well-trodden paths in a forest, becoming clearer and easier to navigate the more they are used. Imagine walking to your kitchen every morning and brewing a cup of coffee. At first, you might need to think about each step, filling the kettle, measuring the coffee, and waiting for it to brew. Initially, this sequence of actions requires conscious effort. You might even make mistakes, like forgetting to add water or using too much coffee. However, as you repeat this routine day after day, it becomes increasingly automatic. Your brain starts to recognize the pattern and takes over, allowing you to perform the task with minimal conscious thought. The smell of coffee brewing, the sound of the coffee maker, and the act of reaching for a mug become cues that trigger the habitual response of preparing your morning coffee. These sensory cues are powerful signals that reinforce the habit loop. This process of habit formation occurs in a specific area of the brain called the basal ganglia. The basal ganglia play a crucial role in storing and executing these automatic behaviors. This region is responsible for storing and executing automatic behaviors, freeing up our conscious minds to focus on other tasks. This allows us to multitask and manage our daily lives more efficiently. As a habit becomes more ingrained, the brain activity associated with it decreases, making it feel effortless and requiring less mental energy. This efficiency is why habits are so powerful. They enable us to perform complex tasks with ease, leaving our conscious minds free to tackle new challenges. Consider driving a car. When you first learn, every action requires focus and concentration. But over time, driving becomes second nature. You can navigate through traffic, listen to music, and even hold a conversation without much thought. The same goes for tying your shoelaces. What once was a challenging task as a child is now something you do without even looking. These automatic actions are the result of our brain's incredible ability to form and strengthen habits. Even exercise routines can become habitual. At first, you might struggle to remember the sequence of movements, but with repetition, your body moves through the routine almost effortlessly. Daily routines like brushing your teeth or following a bedtime ritual are other examples of how habits shape our lives. These actions, though simple, are essential for maintaining our health and well-being. Understanding the power of habits can help us make positive changes in our lives. By consciously creating new habits, we can improve our productivity, health, and overall happiness. So take a moment to reflect on your daily routines. Identify the habits that serve you well and those that might need changing. With time and effort, you can harness the power of habits to shape a better future for yourself. At the heart of every habit lies a simple neurological loop, the habit loop. This loop consists of three key elements: cue, routine, and reward. Understanding this cycle is essential for both building good habits and breaking bad ones. The cue is a trigger that initiates the habit. It can be anything from a specific time of day to a particular location, emotional state, or preceding action. For example, feeling stressed might be the cue that triggers the habit of reaching for a sugary snack. The routine is the actual behavior or action that makes up the habit. This could be brushing your teeth, going for a run, checking social media, or any other repeated action. The reward is the positive outcome or feeling associated with performing the habit. This could be a sense of accomplishment, a surge of dopamine, stress relief, or any other desirable outcome that reinforces the habit loop. Section 4. The profound influence of habits on daily life. Habits are the invisible hand that guides our daily actions, shaping everything from our morning routines to our relationships, work habits, and overall health. The cumulative effect of our habits determines the trajectory of our lives. Consider the impact of small, daily habits on our physical well-being. A habit of going for a 30-minute walk every day can lead to significant improvements in cardiovascular health, weight management, and mood. Conversely, a habit of choosing unhealthy snacks can contribute to weight gain, low energy levels, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. Our habits also play a crucial role in our productivity and success. Developing habits such as prioritizing tasks, managing time effectively, and seeking continuous learning can lead to greater efficiency, focus, and achievement in our personal and professional lives. Section 5. Cultivating positive habits for lasting change. Building good habits is a process that requires intentionality, patience, and a deep understanding of the habit loop. The habit loop consists of three main components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. By identifying these elements in our daily lives, we can start to reshape our behaviors and create lasting change. By strategically designing our environment and leveraging the power of repetition, we can make positive changes that stick. Our surroundings play a crucial role in shaping our habits. A clutter-free, organized space can significantly boost our motivation and productivity. One effective strategy for building good habits is to start small and focus on consistency. Small, manageable steps are easier to maintain and can lead to significant progress over time. This approach helps in avoiding the overwhelm that often comes with trying to make big changes all at once. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, choose one small habit you want to develop and commit to doing it every day, no matter how small the action. This could be something as simple as drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning or taking a 5-minute walk during your lunch break. Another powerful technique is to make the desired habit attractive. When we find pleasure in the activities we want to turn into habits, we are more likely to stick with them. This can be achieved by associating the new habit with something we already enjoy. Pair the habit you want to build with something you enjoy. For instance, if you love listening to music, you can pair it with a new habit, like exercising or cleaning. This way, the enjoyable activity acts as a reward, making the new habit more appealing. For example, if you want to start exercising regularly, listen to your favorite podcast or audiobook while you work out. This not only makes the exercise session more enjoyable, but also gives you something to look forward to, increasing the likelihood of sticking with the habit. Creating an environment that supports your desired habit is crucial. Our surroundings can either facilitate or hinder our efforts to build new habits. A well-organized, inviting space can make it easier to engage in positive behaviors. Remove temptations that trigger bad habits and make it easier to engage in the behaviors you want to cultivate. This might involve decluttering your space, removing distractions, or setting up reminders that prompt you to engage in the desired behavior. If you're trying to eat healthier, for example, keep healthy snacks readily available and avoid keeping junk food in the house. By making the healthier choice the easier choice, you set yourself up for success and make it more likely that you'll stick with your new habit. Section 6. Strategies for breaking free from negative habits. Breaking bad habits can be challenging, but it's certainly possible with the right approach. The first step is to recognize and acknowledge the habit you want to change. This awareness is crucial because it sets the foundation for all subsequent efforts. By understanding the habit loop, which consists of a cue, routine, and reward, we can identify the triggers that lead to the unwanted behavior. Once we know what prompts the habit, we can start to disrupt the cycle and implement effective strategies to overcome even the most deeply ingrained negative patterns. One effective technique for breaking bad habits is to make them invisible. This means removing the cues that trigger the habit. For example, if you tend to snack on junk food while watching TV, keep unhealthy snacks out of the house. Similarly, if you find yourself constantly checking your phone, turn off notifications or keep your phone out of reach. If you're trying to reduce your social media use, for example, delete the apps from your phone or use website blockers to limit your access. This way, you create a barrier that makes it more difficult to engage in the unwanted behavior, giving you a chance to break the habit. Another powerful strategy is to make the habit unattractive. This involves changing the way you think about the habit so that it no longer seems appealing. Associate the negative habit with something unpleasant. For instance, if you're trying to cut down on sugary drinks, think about the negative health effects like weight gain and tooth decay every time you crave a soda. This mental association can help reduce the desire to indulge in the habit. For instance, if you're trying to quit smoking, visualize the negative health consequences every time you have a craving. Imagine the damage to your lungs and the increased risk of diseases. This visualization can serve as a powerful deterrent. Finding a substitute for the negative habit can also be helpful. Instead of focusing on what you're giving up, think about what you can gain by replacing the bad habit with a positive one. When you feel the urge to engage in the unwanted behavior, replace it with a more positive alternative. For example, if you're trying to stop eating junk food, have healthy snacks readily available. If you're trying to cut down on screen time, pick up a new hobby that keeps you engaged and away from screens. If you tend to stress eat, for example, try going for a walk, listening to music, or engaging in another activity you enjoy. These activities can serve as healthy distractions and help you manage stress in a more constructive way. Remember, breaking free from negative habits is a journey, and with persistence and the right strategies, you can achieve lasting change.